Where you at, family? A little bit of a different video today. It's been brought to my attention that a lot of fellow black YouTube creators have been getting demonetized, and I know what it feels like. I had one of my channels get demonetized a while back. That was my Berto 2 channel, which is now my Berto Gaming channel. And it's frustrating, man. We put our hearts and souls into YouTube. This is our livelihood. A lot of us are paying our bills, feeding our families off of this income. And while YouTube is obviously such a amazing opportunity to be able to do what we do full time and make the content that we love to make and provide to you guys, it's this love-hate relationship, because without this platform, a lot of us wouldn't be able to do what we do, right? And we forever grateful, but at the same time, something's going on behind the curtains, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's starting to feel like there's an attack on black content creators. And I don't want to believe this is about race. I really don't. But Corey Kenshin made a video very similar about this topic however many years ago, where it's like, no matter how successful you get, there's just seems to be like somebody or something, some unknown entity, the AI demons, it's seeming like now, that are just pulling the rug for underneath us. It's in any way they can. And now with demonetization being literally the worst form of this, because when your channel gets demonetized, they're literally taking your income away. Literally, how we eat and feed our families and make a living. They're just you wake up one day and boom, it's gone. So I'm not currently dealing with this. I was able to get back into the YouTube Partner Program on my second channel, however long ago. But if we were to go over to that channel, I'm talking about it's dead now. Like, I'm fighting tooth and nail to get my views back up on my second channel, because they took it out the algorithm. I had to delete my entire catalog. It was like over 250 videos on that channel. And we were booming. We were averaging, tens of thousands of views every single video. Now we're struggling to get, 1,000 views per video on this gaming channel. So again, I'm grinding. I guess this is somewhat of a plug, but that's not even the point of this video. I really want to spread more awareness to TSO Sage. I don't know him personally, but I watched his content before. I love anime, and I definitely respect him as a content creator, and I see what's going on, and I just genuinely feel compelled to... I haven't talked to this nigga. I literally don't know him personally, but I just want to get more eyes on the situation. If that's the least I can do, I want to do it. So, one, we're going to watch his video so you guys can get more information. If you guys know about Sage, y'all go support, man. The first thing I'll say right off rip, there's this post right here on his Twitter. Go check this out. TSO Sage. I'm waking up this morning to find out my channel, TSO Sage, is no longer eligible for monetization due to misleading family content. I can't even begin to express how wrong such a claim is, especially when it comes to a reaction channel like the one I've established. So y'all go and retweet this post at YouTube support. I'm sure he might even have gotten in contact with YouTube support at this point, but we need to spread as much awareness on this as possible, because hopefully somebody on the YouTube team with just half a brain will see this and, do what needs to be done to revoke the situation. But now we're going to actually react to TSO's video, see what he's talking about, what's going on, and I'll break it down. And this will also spread a little bit more awareness for any of my fellow content creators that, may be in this niche or thinking about doing YouTube or is doing YouTube. And, we can kind of talk about some things that we can do to prevent potentially ending up in these situations. But YouTube's going through a weird stage right now. Like, it was already damn near impossible to get in contact with a human reviewer when it comes to YouTube. Now with AI literally taking over, like, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. But let's get right into this video, man. Shout out to TSO Sage. Again, brother, don't know you, but I'm here to support and spread awareness. I'm wishing you the best, man. Come on.
To whoever this may concern, my name is TSO_Sage, and I'm an anime YouTuber who has recently been demonetized on YouTube. Long story short, I have a video already uploaded that fully dives into the details. It's like 40 minutes. This one, I want to be as brief, calm, cool, collected as possible, just because it's just at a point of respectfully ridiculousness. And I think the only way to get the point across is to keep making these kind of videos and keep spreading awareness to the situation. My channel, as of around 7:32 a.m., was demonetized on June 15th, 2026. It was demonetized under the notion that it is misleading family content. And when you click to learn more, you see that under the child safety policy that YouTube has provided, there is where you'll find misleading family content. So YouTube is saying that
the big thing about this that makes zero sense, YouTube has a YouTube Kids app. I don't understand why YouTube is constantly bending and folding on destroying us as creators and taking away our income when they literally have a platform made for kids. Mind you, you would have thought niggas was in this bitch going Bonnie Blue on niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro is reacting and talking about anime related content, Naruto, cartoons, SpongeBob, like whatever it is. I don't necessarily think that's what Sage is doing as far as like anime hood parodies, but even shit like that, the CJ, the champs of the world, like highly edited, highly transformative. They just happen to be with on the topics of anime and cartoons, which, bro, I'm 30 years old and I still binge anime and cartoons. Is YouTube alluding that after a certain age you can't fucking watch cartoons anymore? Like, what point are y'all trying to make with this? And mind you, if you were to go watch any of his videos, they're literally all appropriate. This nigga's not on this bitch. Like, this shit's not the fucking hub, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy that they're this aggressive with it. Mind you, I would have even been a little bit more understanding if YouTube was like, hey, this specific video is inappropriate ad suitability. And YouTube has a strike system. Okay, give us a strike. To wake up and have your entire channel demonetized, you are no longer to make money. Matter of fact, you are no longer to make money, but we'll still run ads on it and make money. It's crazy. It makes no sense.
Have content that targets young minors and families but contains sexual themes, violence, obscenity, all these other things. And it tells me specifically to make sure my titles, descriptions, and tags match the audience you're targeting. In addition, ensure your audience selection accurately. Right away, that was the biggest problem with me and the staff that I'm employing, because yes, not only affected my own personal life, if you're not necessarily fond of creators or streamers, but the people I've employed are just out of luck. They've already told me directly that I'm not getting anything that I've done within the past month, likely the past 2, considering how YouTube pays on a back end. So here you'll see that audience, you as a content creator can choose to direct YouTube to say, hey, this is...
No YouTuber ever selects this unless you're literally making content for kids. We're not making fucking content for kids. If we were doing that, we'd upload to the YouTube Kids app.
Is not made for kids. And despite that, YouTube just doesn't care, I suppose. I don't know. In an email that I'll be showing later on, YouTube directly tells me that this is not the only thing that they look for, but my content doesn't provide any of that as well. It's anime content, and there would be a whole different stem of how I think it's very safe to say, whether you can Google it simply on your own time or just, use a remote level of common sense, that anime content does not therefore target minors. And I've appealed several times based on the fact that I have checked this audience tab. However, YouTube just flagrantly doesn't care about that. I'll even be showing screenshots right now. This is my first rejection from YouTube. Thank you for your response and patience while we conducted a review. And again, here's misleading family content. As of today, your channel is not eligible to monetize. Please go to the monetization channel. Yap, other things. They give me 90 days and then I'll be able to reappeal. But if you haven't noticed, they're not able to tell me.
They'll never tell you. And that's the craziest part. YouTube, if you're going to fucking take away somebody's income, can you at the very least point the finger and say, hey, this is what you did wrong. This is the problem. This is what you need to fix. No, it's just, sorry, we saw something that didn't align. Everything is chopped cheese. We don't know. Figure it out. Because here's the other thing. Let's just say you were optimistic enough to be like, all right, fine. I'll just wait 3 months, 3 fucking months without pay. Fine. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Try to guess what's wrong. You can apply in 3 months and get rejected. And then have to wait another 3 months. Now we're talking about half a year. No income. And you never know what you did wrong. It's just so vague. YouTube is owned by Google. Multi-billions and billions of dollars. I understand that y'all niggas are like foaming from the mouth with greed, but holy shit, without the content creators, you would not have a platform. It goes hand in hand. Like, yes, without YouTube, we wouldn't be able to create content and do what we do. But without the content creators, you would not have a platform. So can you please maybe just spend the extra little chicken to have human reviewers and actually respond and tell us what we're doing wrong so we can make the changes? That's the thing that doesn't even make sense. A lot of times, us as content creators, you know, there are people that are going to make their lives harder by trying to break the rules. But it's different when you're trying to follow the rules. It's like, okay, no, tell me what I need to fix. I'll fix it. I am willing. Yes, master. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Tell me, master. I'll do it. You're just left to fucking pull it out of your ass as far as assumptions. You don't know
exactly what I've done wrong. So come day 91, I don't know if I will be just automatically free and able to be monetized again, or if I'm just going to be in a limitless loop of not being told what I've done.
What I had to do, I literally, and this is why I did that, but effectively it killed my fucking channel. I didn't know, and I already foresaw this. I was like, I'm just going to have to delete my entire catalog. That's what I did. And that's how I got remonetized. I had to just delete all my videos because I didn't know what to do.
Wrong, nor really violating anything to begin with, and I'm just out of luck on a channel that I've worked 6 years on. And this would unfortunately be a pattern for YouTube as of 11:30 last night, June 18th, 2026, for those that are watching potentially days later. I don't want to put people's names out there, so I did blur out the name, but this is blank, and I will be taking over on behalf of my colleague. We have thoroughly reviewed your channel, and in fact, we consulted this to an internal team for further review. The result has already been provided by previous support who handles this case, and it appears that the decision is already final. Yeah, so they're just tripling down on the finality of it, even though I've been deliberately asking, and I'll show proof of that, but I've been deliberately asking that, okay, if this is going to be even the final decision, at least provide me with any amount of, you know, what I've done wrong, an example, a title, even one title, a thumbnail. Are these humans reviewing? And as you can see here, I've several times asked YouTube to at least tell me what it is I've done wrong in terms of the actual violation. Sure, you've given me the topic, but where? Like what title, what time, how exactly is this a violation? There's no really explanation. They're just telling me a rule and saying I've done it. It's just straight up a false accusation being made. And the reason why I have to call it a false accusation more than anything is because I'm not being provided any supporting evidence. When I show you all the denials, YouTube has already come out and told me that it's a mixture of human and AI review. It's very likely this is just a bug in the system. Yeah. And I'm just, you know, taking the bullet right now. I'm just unfortunately in the crossfire, but none of support for some unknown reason wants to, amend the mistake. I don't know why they don't just admit that they don't have a way of identifying what I've done wrong. Therefore, they cannot tell me I've done something wrong, but they want to punish me for doing something wrong, even though they have no proof that I've done something wrong, if that makes sense. As I say right here, I also ensure with every upload that I check, no, it's not made for kids on the audience tab. So even if I am unintentionally violating as you claim, this showcases that I am doing everything I possibly can to stay away from violations as such. I never even received a warning. By the way, I somehow skipped over that. Yeah, this was an overnight thing. There was no warning, no notification that you're breaking this rule. I woke up and it was gone. And
that's why I'm just like, YouTube, like, why do you even have a fucking strike system at this point? Because the strike system within itself is flawed and it's scary. When you wake up as a YouTuber and you get that strike, you're shaking in your boots because 3 strikes, you're out. But then you have this crazy rug pull. You literally can, I'm not even gonna put that on myself because I'm big on, power of the tongue. But hypothetically, a creator can literally wake up tomorrow, been making however much money he's been making for however long, and YouTube's just like, we don't want to pay you anymore. You're cooked. Try again in 3 months. We're taking all your money, by the way, and all the money that you worked for this entire month, we're not going to pay it to you. Yo, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's scary, bro.
Go on in a different screenshot to further push the theme that even within your explanation, you should specify whether the violation refers to a main theme, most viewed video, a recent video, or specific metadata violations to properly prove that a violation occurred. If a violation is claimed, an example must exist. I don't know how possibly more complicated it can be than that. The system is fundamentally flawed. I go on to say the system is fundamentally flawed, likely a new one, and too strongly influenced by AI. I also, with my own personal research, reaching out to creators and creators reaching out to me, did notice a trend. We do have some good news for another black creator. He actually just recently got remonetized.
I think, is he talking about Devontae? I was going to bring that up later in the video, but let's see.
So there's that, power to him, and I'm happy for him. Everyone else that has experienced this problem has been a person of color. Some have quit YouTube altogether. I've Googled the situation from people all the way in Brazil. Brazilian YouTubers have quit. The African Americans that have hit me up, they've been saying this exact same thing is going on for them. I don't want to make it strictly a race thing, but a pattern's a pattern is all I can say at the very least. And even if it's not that, then the only other thing that's in common is, again, the anime and cartoons niche. But then that's a very flawed system if essentially at any given moment, anybody that discusses or even animates a cartoon or an anime is now,
mind you, there's a lot of y'all asking me why, bro, Berto, why are you not animating no more? Listen, I didn't know this was gonna happen. I'm not gonna act like I did, but it's like you put so much time and effort into this content just for them to rug pull it like it's nothing. Sorry, we don't give a fuck. Fuck you, bro. I'm not doing that, bro. I love creating content too much to go out like that. If I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it in a way where it makes sense. Straight up. And I do have some final thoughts and advice that I want to provide to everyone that's maybe watching this. But let me get the main thing here is bring as much awareness to Sage in this situation as possible. So I just want everybody to get a full understanding so you can come to your own conclusion. And when you guys are adding and retweeting and reposting and trying to get YouTube's attention, you're doing it with a full context of what's going on.
Targeting minors to the point of sexuality and violence, and therefore their channel is removed to monetization. That just, for so many reasons, doesn't even make a lick of sense. And like I've previously said, the most frustrating thing, more than obviously the demonetization, is that YouTube has continuously told me what ballpark to look in but never exactly where to check. YouTube is the company that will strip ads from a video before it's even uploaded. YouTube is the company that will timestamp directly where something is copywritten. YouTube will look at your thumbnail again before it even is uploaded and say, we gotta check it. YouTube does all of these things prior to or even immediately after an upload. YouTube has several checks to the point where they literally call it checks when you're uploading a video, for those who don't know, to identify these themes. Yet of all things, a violation as serious as enough, according to them, to where they would strip monetization isn't something that they can provide any data, statistic, or evidence for. I truly understand that the world will never be unanimous on any ideal, but there is just no excuse for a billion-dollar corporation not to be able to
multi-billion
to provide details that they already can provide in other areas. It just doesn't make any sense. Before I show you guys my most detailed and recent denial, I want to show you all these two screenshots. Because initially I went to accuse YouTube of giving me auto-generated answers, even in the customer support and potentially human review. But this is the most damning evidence I have. So these are two entirely separate emails, and you can see by the conclusion, best regards versus, I believe it's screenshot 6, take care. So as you can see, one email says pretty much the exact same body of work to shed some light. They even start the second paragraph with, to shed some light on how our policy team reviews a channel, our reviewers carefully check content, yap, 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 and name the 5 things where I need to check. Well, in an entirely different screenshot on a different day, they copy and paste the exact same thing. You can tell by either the blue text above or the take care below. If you think I've just photoshopped this, they've literally given me the same automated feedback.
But it's a human reviewer though. Man, watch out, man. That shit is crazy.
Maybe it is a human.
My blood is actually boiling for bro.
Human actually typing said automated feedback or copy and pasting it, but I'm not even getting authentic reviews. And I've even asked for the identities or potential ways to contact the internal team. Could I get names on them? I've been flagrantly ignored every time. Every time I ask, any other questions? Anytime I ask that, I'm sorry, we are not able to provide. It's been the same thing. I have at least one detailed response throughout this entire time, and it's basically just a bigger yap fest of what YouTube has been telling me the whole time, except for this, that this person does point out that me checking the not for kids section is not the only thing YouTube looks for. However, that is not only the fault of the creator. If I am telling you that my content is not made for kids, if I'm telling you that my content is not made for minors, let alone is it just flagrantly violent and sexual, but that's its whole thing. Ultimately, it is on your platform to differentiate that within its algorithm and not push it towards kids. That is on your platform. That's on your homepage, your child safety programs that you have in place, whatever AI that you're implementing, it's clearly not working. If YouTubers are telling you content is not made for kids, if creators on your platform are telling you something and your algorithm is.
And again, bro, it's not like nigga is posting bullshit. You know, it'd be one thing if we were to go to TSO Sage's page right now, which let's just do it for the sake of the conversation. Let's just do it for the sake of the conversation. Like, this nigga is not dropping like,
oh my God.
Let's just look at some of his most I would imagine if YouTube was going to demonetize your channel, it's probably going to look at some of your most popular videos. I watched Dragon Ball Super Brawly to see if it holds up. Jujutsu Kaisen broke me and I will never recover. Finally watching the I'm not reading that. I'm not going to expose that. But like,
no.
Bro.
Shit. God, bro. Fuck this show, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the final stretch. We gotta finish this today. These final 4 episodes, bro. I am scared. I am terrified. I don't want to be special anymore. We're gonna find out today. Try to get shit. Fuck it. Oh.
Temporarily burned out, and usually it proves.
Come on, man. YouTube. Is this nigga like? Is he like? Well, what's going on? What's wrong with this? This is against the rules now? How is this any different than somebody playing a game? You know, he's watching anime. He's giving his commentary. He's transformative. He's editing. His fucking face is taking up 90% of the screen. What in the you dissing like that? You saying his face is inappropriate or some shit? It don't make sense. Y'all go support TSO Sage, man. I also want to shed some light on a Zafir. I also do not know this brother right here, but he is also struggling with the same thing. YouTube's racism and favoritism has gone too far. And I believe it is this channel right here that has got demonetized as well. So, again, I'm really just here showing face, trying to support my fellow black YouTubers. And I know these guys aren't the only people that are dealing with this. I was actually talking to Devontae the One. Now that is a good friend. I've been friends with him for years, you know, from the animation space. He actually got hit with demonetization as well, but thankfully, the good Lord, within the good Lord's name, he was able to get his channel back. So W's for Devontae, man, and I'm really glad that he was able to get his channel back. But he also let me know that this girl, I've never seen her content before, but her name is Your Girl Tunes. Your Girl Tunes is also struggling with this. And again, it seems to be the cartoon anime niche that is getting hit heavy. But
hey everyone,
again,
it's your girl too.
if we were to watch one of her videos, I'd imagine, let's just actually click her last one.
Edward.
I'm gonna mute it just so that we can kind of look at it visually. It's highly edited. I'm sure she's giving some great commentary. Yep, it's edited. So what this tells me is, you know, I'm not putting it on nobody, but CJ, the champs of the world, they're gonna get hit heavy, potentially. And it's like, why? What did they do to deserve that? It doesn't make sense. So again, Your Girl Tunes also, this is her channel. Go tap in. I highly recommend everybody go tap in, see what links they have. It looks like Your Girl's Tune has a link right here to go support her tweet as well. Trying to get in contact with YouTube. Let's look at this. Yep. So y'all go tap in, bro. Okay, this is Zephyr's and Your Girl Tunes as well. So everything's there, man. Everything's there. I'll also leave some links in the description so you can make it super easy for you guys to go support. The last thing that I wanted to add on to this, to just all my fellow content creators, if you guys aren't doing this already, y'all start diversifying, bro. Start diversifying. And I think, even though I know it shouldn't be this way, and at the end of the day, you do whatever you're comfortable doing, but I do believe with the AI craze and how much AI is advancing to the point where you can't even tell what is real from fake anymore, especially when it comes to like animated cartoons and just content like that. Because I saw an animation the other day done fully by AI, and I'm literally shaking my head like, yo, I don't know if like the art of animation is actually going to be under fire soon. Look at this. Animation AI. Let's look at some of this. Mind you, it's still like bad in the sense of you can tell, but look at this.
I still hate the idea, but fine, let's end it!
What you are looking at right now was obviously not drawn by a human being. It is an awkward, amateurish AI representation from previous years. Over time they got better, but were still awkward enough to be funny. They even served as inspiration for countless artists across the web to show AI how it was really done. However, now in early 2026, that laughter has subsided, and what remains is a deep sense that the future is looking extremely...
Bro, this is on par with what the fuck we are watching when we cut that anime on, gang. Like, I don't want, like, the fact, like, y'all can't tell me this isn't, look at this. This is AI?
retort to this is that humans do the same thing, mixing and matching influences to produce new things. But the people who stand out within the industry are the ones who have spent their lives perfecting.
Obviously, this is y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. AI is getting so good that I genuinely am starting to see that gap close between animation, like anime channels and cartoon. Like, I don't know how YouTube is seeing this. And as they are trying to purge AI slop, I think anything that isn't just blatantly human being, they're coming for it. So my overall advice, at the end of the day, y'all do what y'all want to do. But a lot of my faceless content creators, one, start diversifying. And if you can, start showing your face, man. I think, you know, even with the streaming world getting so popular that it's kind of, and things moving so fast, I think it's the content creation space is starting to move towards a place where it's like, you need to show that you're human. And at the end of the day, people are falling in love with our content and watching us for us and our personalities anyway. So I'm not telling you what to do. It's just a suggestion. And I could be wrong. I you know, YouTube's not giving us a lot of information. These are just the thoughts that I'm thinking to myself, like, what can we do to prevent these situations from happening? And I do believe that the more human you can show, the more where it's, honestly, believe it or not, the more raw and authentic you can be, I think that is what is keeping, that's the line that is going to keep the AI from being like, oh no, this is generated, oh no, this is cartoon, like, you know, separate it, where it's just like, no, it's just me. I'm just a guy talking to the camera. It's crazy, especially when we're so talented, we can do all these different things, but I do think it's moving towards that direction. And then the next thing I really want to drive home is diversifying your content. If you guys aren't already, this is for my fellow content creators, bro. Start uploading your content to Facebook. This is, I mean, it's not a lot of money, but I'm going to show how much I'm making uploading to Facebook. It's not like life-changing, but it's something. It's something to add to the pie to help, you know, not make things look so crazy. So I've been uploading to Facebook for like 6 months now, and you know, there's an extra $3,000 to my income, and visibility wise. Look, what we did, 5 million views in the last 28 days. So again, even if you, I was dumbfounded too when I first started uploading, but like platforms like Spotify is allowing YouTube videos to get on there now. Upload to Spotify, you know, Instagram, make sure you're uploading to TikTok. Again, if you truly are a content creator, thick through thin, start diversifying, bro. Start diversifying, because YouTube is definitely getting in a weird place, and they don't really have any competitors. Like, YouTube's still my highest source of income, but it's like, start streaming, start uploading to Facebook, start uploading to fucking TikTok. God damn it, I'm uploading to Snapchat, nigga. And I don't even use Snapchat, but my videos are getting uploaded there, you know. Any way you can diversify and continue to expand, so when you get rug pulled like this, it's still going to be a hit no matter what. But hopefully you'll have a different platform that's still subsiding that income. Patreon, you know, that's another good platform. I don't have a Patreon personally, but shit, seeing this, I'm damn near real motivated to make one. So that is all I got for y'all today, man. Go support everybody that I showed to here today, obviously. And then any of y'all creators that, you know, maybe I don't even know about that are potentially dealing with this, because you know, what me and Devontae even spoke about, it really struck a chord with me, bro. Like, we got to stick together as content creators. I don't know these guys. I've never talked to them a day ever. All I've done is watch their content. Devontae, the one, is the only nigga that I actually have like a real relationship IRL with. And even Devontae, I wouldn't even call us like best fucking friends, but you know, we've been friends for years now, and you know, real nigga through and through. But you know, we got to stick together. We got to stick together and support each other when things like this happens, because you like our niche of, you know, of content as Black creators is so small in the big scale of how big YouTube is. The reality is they don't give a fuck. You know, we're screaming and shouting. Imagine you're in a dark hole and you're just, help, help, please, look at me, over here, over here. And nobody hears you, gang. So that's why I felt so compelled to make a little video. I don't know, you know, just to hopefully add some more awareness, because we're really just a drop in a bucket, a drop in the ocean at that. Not even a bucket, a drop in the fucking ocean. This is not even making no ripples in the water. You know what I'm saying? Just so hopefully somebody, fucking boat can see us and come save a nigga. So that's what this video is, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? I'll see you on the next one. Again, for real. I know I don't really ask y'all to do shit sometimes, but tap in, you know, go retweet, go at whoever we need to at to try to get some more awareness to the situation. I love y'all so much. I'm gone.